Name is Gabrielle. I am someone who likes to motivate people. Not only do I like to motivate and build others up, I love to do this. This is my passion. As of right now, I'm not getting paid for this. Money doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that you are delivered, you are set free mentally, your heart is set free, and that you become no longer bound, whether it's naturally or spiritually, because everything is not spiritual. Some things are just common sense, and a lot of us are in ignorance to a lot of things, and we just need someone with love and patience who are willing and love God and have the heart and mind of God and will do what it takes to help us get set free because we need each other. No one can make it by themselves. And with that being said, I am willing and I have chosen to begin to open my mouth as a testimony and confession, as a sacrifice to build you up and motivate you, to love on you with Christ-like love, and to be here for you and build you up. And I believe and I know by faith and just by this being my passion that you're going to be set free with each video you watch. Your life will never be the same. And as I speak, I believe and I know that things are going to change your life. Things will be broken in your life and you're going to be set free. Your mind will be transformed and renewed, and you will be thinking differently like the way God thinks about you. And with that being said, because like I said, everything is not spiritual. Some things are just natural and common sense, and I'm going to give you things as well that just are natural and for natural things. Not everything is going to be spiritual that I speak to you, but everything I say, God is going to be pleased with, and it will build you up. Excuse me. With that being said, I would like this topic today to be about self-esteem. I felt like talking about this topic because I'm going to share with you that I used to have it real bad with low self-esteem, lack of confidence. I was very insecure, which a lot of people find that hard to believe and understand. But yes, regardless of how I look on the outside, on the inside, I was very insecure. I had an issue with my facial features. I used to hate my lips. I used to think my teeth were funny because I used to suck on my thumb when I was a little girl, and my mom had to send me to school with a pacifier in 6th grade. But I would wait till I got down to my brother's relative's house and take the pacifier out of my mouth and still suck my thumb. Thank God I stopped ahead of time because my teeth could have been really messed up. But anyway, I used to be very insecure. I used to be tormented by spirits telling me that, making fun of my looks, my face. So when I look in the mirror, I would hear, just different spirits tormenting me about my looks, tearing me down, saying negative things to me, questioning my beauty and how God created me. And because I was in ignorance, I accepted those things. I really thought that, oh, I'm so unattractive and, who's going to want me and stuff like that, And just, I would look at girls on TV, on the music videos, or women that I would hang around as a little girl that had big, nice butts, hips on them. They would have small waist or a gut. It didn't matter. If they had nice shaped legs or looked the way that I admired, I became jealous unconsciously. I became envious. I even lusted after it in my heart because I wanted to, in my mind, I needed to be built like them. Which I really didn't, but I was in ignorance and I was insecure and I had low self-esteem and I didn't have value to myself. I didn't see myself as a valuable person, at those times. So I really went through a lot of struggles with that. And one of the reasons was because my mother was the same way. So it was a generational curse, something that was passed down through the bloodline, and it was birthed to me. And, I didn't have a say-so in the matter, but as I got older and began to get more knowledge, and I stayed in church and got an understanding and was willing to be taught by spiritual authority leaders, I learned that I had a generational curse of insecurities and low self-esteem, and I needed deliverance, and I was willing to get it. But it had got to a point as well where, I'm very hairy from high hormones and high testosterone. And I also have facial hair. And one day, I wanted to look a certain way so bad, I, out of ignorance, took an eyebrow razor, and I will show you because I'm not ashamed to show you. Now I'm delivered. I can show you. As you can see on my face here, see, and this is 2013. As you can see on my face, and even on my neck, see, I scarred myself up really bad. I'm light skinned, and if you're light skinned complexion and you're lighter, Do not put your hands in your face or pick on your face or put any metal objects to your face. Don't shave it with nothing. Just use a hair removal cream that's for your skin type. So out of ignorance, I was younger than like early 20s, because now I am 30 years old. I did this and it's been on here for years, and that was even worse. That added to the pain. I was already insecure when I did this. And then for these scars to show up like this over time, and then I was using Nair hair removal cream, and it scarred my skin even more, because it's not for African Americans. To me, it's not. Because what it does to your skin is it strips layers of your skin. And I constantly kept using it, and it will burn my skin and inflame it and turn it red. And I was thinking, I just want this hair gone. I just want this hair gone, you know? And I was like, I wish I was hairless. But I had to think, maybe God has me hairless like this because of a health reason. What would happen if he was to just allow me to not grow any more hair? What would happen if I was to find out that actually kept me from getting a certain sickness or a certain infirmity or illness or disease? You never know, right? So I had to learn how to thank God for me being hairy, how he created me, because hey, whoever's meant for me, my husband is going to love me just as I am. With that being said, this bothered me for some time. I'm just now really coming into accepting this on my face, and I prayed about it, and I asked God to give me wisdom of what products to try. So for me personally, I'm going to have to use a chemical peel for this, because this is years and layers of scarred, cells and stuff like that. So with that being said, I just want to share with you my own, what I used to operate in and have insecurities, and how it bothered me really bad, so that you can know that you're not alone. You're not the only one that's been tormented by these things, by these spirits, by these ways, and by these thoughts. I've been there too, and I'm here to expose myself to you, lay my life down for you, and let you know that, hey, I understand how you feel. If you are insecure, I understand it. If you have low self-esteem, I understand you. If you don't think much or highly of yourself, or see yourself the way God sees you, I understand you. I understand you because I've been there. I know how it feels to cry at night, or to wonder if you're ever going to be built, a certain kind of way, or to look at video girls or vixens or girls that be dancing and doing all kind of stuff and want to be like them and look like them so you can have attention from boys, or so that you can be more admired and loved per se, which if a guy really is into you, it shouldn't matter to him. That if you don't have a big booty, or if you don't have nice breasts, or small waist, or bow-legged, or have dimples, or pretty smile, long weave in your hair, or long hair, it doesn't matter. That shouldn't matter to him. Yes, you want him to be attracted to you physically, but the most important part is your heart. That's what he should be interested in first, is your heart, and who are you serving? That's what should matter to a guy. Also, when God delivered me from that, I felt so much better. It was a process because it was so deep rooted in my life. God knew that I couldn't handle him stripping everything from me all at once. So it was a process. And now I'm in 2013. I'm 30 years old. And now I've come to this place in my life where, hey, it's okay for me to have these scars or these dark spots on my face and neck. It's okay, because you know what? They won't always be there. I know that, and I believe that. Do you? I can believe it for myself. Can you believe it with me and for me? Thank you. So I believe that, because this too shall pass. This is not a permanent thing on my face and neck. This too shall pass. And when my husband meets me, if this is still here, he's going to love me even without makeup. So with that being said, I just want to encourage you, whether you're a man, a woman, an adult, a child, or a teenager. God created you fearfully and wonderfully. He made you. He didn't create no ugly person. He don't create dogs or animals when he created human beings. He created a person that's full of authority and dominion. That's who you are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are beautiful. You are gorgeous. You are handsome. You are attractive. You are all that in a bag of chips with dip on the side. And don't let no one tell you any different. Now, don't become full of pride and stuck up and haughty or conceited and think you all that, because then God will have to allow some things to happen in your life to bring you back to realization and actualization, okay? Keep in mind, stay humble with it. As God delivers you and he sets you free from insecurities and low self-esteem, if you're willing to change, and you have to recognize it and call it for what it is, and say from a pure heart, Lord, I need help. And tell God what bothers you. What's bothering you about you when you look at yourself? Because I used to have a lot of things from head to toe that bother me. I mean, from my crooked toe on my toenails from my crooked fingers, my crooked middle fingers that I got from my mom, from my lips. And see, I have a pink spot right here on my lip. I don't know if you can see it. You can see a little bit where I don't smoke, and people used to think I smoke weed all the time. Every black dude I can think of thought I smoked weed and would ask me to smoke with them, and I'm like, no, I don't smoke. That came from me picking my lip as a little girl because of the environment I was raised in. There was a open doorway to a nervous spirit. So I got nervous because I was always around like hood areas or violent environments that was full of drama and fights and stuff. So as a child, you become nervous to those kind of atmospheres, and you can pick up a nervous spirit, and you'll become clumsy, can't get a grasp of things because of your upbringing. So that's what happened to me. I would pick on my lips a lot as a little girl. You know, I don't do it now because I'm an adult and I understand and know better, and I don't want to do that. But as a little girl, that's how that happened, and I got that little pink line a little bit on my lips. Does it bother me? No, because to me, I mean, that's not who I am. Gabrielle is who I am, and my heart is who I am. That's who I am, not my shell. This you see here is temporary, but on the inside, that's who I am. So I encourage you, if you have those issues, I want to say to you that you are somebody. Don't let the devil, don't let yourself or negative thoughts tell you any different. You are somebody. God doesn't just create nothing. He creates something. You are somebody. You have substance. You have life. You are breathing. You don't need to try to commit suicide. I've even had thoughts of suicide before, and I'm here to tell you that God blocked me from even doing it. I've had thoughts of that, because of things that were going on in my life, and then at the time I was very insecure and had low self-esteem. I used to even dress half naked and put my body parts all out there, going around wearing short skirts with thongs on, sometimes no panties, because I was insecure, and looking back now at those days, I was like, I was possessed, full of lust, full of insecurities, accepting any guy that talked to me and made me feel like he wanted me. Well, really he didn't. He just wanted to have sex with me, and he was going on to the next girl. So, I want to encourage you, if you're a guy, even be careful of strange women. Just because you're insecure and they see that, they use you as a target. They will target you if they notice you're insecure and prey on you, and then leave you there with your heart on your sleeves and stabbed, So I just want to encourage you, to get help. Let God do it. Don't go to a worldly person because they're going to give you their opinions. Go to God for yourself and tell him what's bothering you concerning how you look. Tell him how your heart feels, and let him show you how he loves you and why he loves you. And also keep this in mind. He sent his son for you. You think a guy or that girl gonna do that for you, lay down their life for you? If they don't love themselves, how could they love you or even like you? They don't even like themselves. So you have to remember, if you're battling with insecurities and low self-esteem, if you're battling with, why are you down here and why you look the way you do, you have to remember, you are a work in progress. You are a work in progress. You are somebody. You're still developing. You're still evolving. You're learning every day. You're becoming more mature, more wiser, more stronger and better, more powerful, more anointed, more gifted, more talented. Anything positive you can think of, speak it to yourself. Go in the mirror. Speak to yourself. Encourage yourself. Sometimes you're not going to have nobody else there with you to encourage you. Even if you have spiritual leaders, sometimes they can't be there. They're human too. They have a life as well. And their hearts, as much as they would want to be there for you all the time, they can't be. They're not God. Only God is going to be there with you all the time. And you have to understand that too, and accept it and receive it. Mm-hmm. This is a time where you need to let God love on you and show you just how precious you are. He loves you unconditionally. And I want to let you know that nobody can love you unconditionally like God can. As human beings, we tend to have conditions, whether it's on purpose or not purposely, but we do it, But God is a spirit, and he's the truth, and he loves you unconditionally. And I love you with the love of Christ, and I'm here and I stand in agreement with you that you will no longer be insecure. You will no longer doubt in who you are. You will come up out of what you are, and you are coming up out of insecurities, low self-esteems. You're coming out of fears. You're coming out of your comfort zone. You're coming out of being robbed of your identity. Your identity is being released back to you now in Jesus' name. You are free because who the Son sets free is free indeed. You are a new creation. And all of the old things in your past are passed away, even the insecurities, the low self-esteem, the jealousy, the envy, the suicidal thoughts. Those things are passed away, gone and forgotten and forgiven. You are free. So if you believe that with me, we are in agreement and it is already done. And I believe God for more miracles in your life. And I just want to let you know that I love you. And again, you are not alone. You have a purpose, and God has a plan and a purpose for your life, and He wants to get the glory out of your life. And again, He loves you more than I can express. And for you to find that out is going to take you personally setting aside time for God. We have 24 hours in a day. Make time. There is no excuse. If you can make time to do other stuff that's a waste of your time and been wasting your time, you can make time for what's important and who's important, which is God in your life, who is worth the time and worth the investment, because He's going to set you free from being insecure and from all those fears and all those thoughts of lack of confidence and low self-esteem, and devaluing yourself. You are somebody special. When God created you, it wasn't a mistake. I don't care what your mom and dad situation is or what happened. When God created you, it was on purpose. Regardless of if you came into the world and they said they didn't plan it, or if they claim it was a mistake, God said it was not a mistake. You were sent there on purpose, and in that time, and you're a blessing. You're not a cursing. You're not a bad person. You were sent here on purpose. Okay? So that's another thing we're going to knock out with the insecurities as well. If you've been bullied, you're going to be set free from that. Because if that was part of the reasons why you became insecure, God is going to set you free from that, and He'll deal with the whole situation as well. And also deliver those who bullied you. So my prayer for you and my belief for you is that I know that since God did it for me, not if, but He did do it for me. And I stand here today telling you that I'm proud of my thick, beautiful lips, my pretty eyes, my long face. I love it. It's part of my distinct, unique features from when I become a model, when I pursue my modeling career. I love it. This is going to be the reason how I look and how God created me is what's going to make me stand out when I go into my modeling and my acting career. So I've come to accept that. I love my long face. I love my teeth. I love my smile, my long fingers. People used to always mess with me about my hands, say they were big. Look at my hands. Say I had long fingers. They used to always make fun of me about that. Some people used to always ask me, do I play basketball? I don't even care for basketball. I love football. But I came to understand that, hey, this is who I am, and I had to accept that. I had to come to God and be real with Him what bothers me about how I look, and ask Him to change my sight and to see myself the way He sees me. And I love myself to life. I invest in myself every day. I speak positive things to myself and in my atmosphere every day, all day. I used to always trip out about my size. I even had tried to get pills to make my booty bigger. I even used to be on birth control pills just to get thick, so I can look like them girls and look like strippers and stuff like that. I used to want all of that because I was so insecure. But I thank God that He's the one that delivered me and set me free because I wanted to be, and because He knew that I was weak in that area, and that it was tearing me down, and the enemy wanted to kill me with that. But thank God for setting me free, because even my legs and my body, to me, I used to look so limber and skinny and long, and people used to always say I'm tall because I'm 5'8", and that's not tall. For modeling, that's short. So, it used to get to me. So that's why I would take birth control pills just to gain weight, But the only thing that got big on me was my breasts when I took birth control pills. My weight would go up and down. So, I just want to encourage you and let you know that, hey, somebody loves you. I do. I love you. I care about you. I care about your thoughts. I care about how you see yourself. I care about what's going on in your life, and I'm here to motivate you. If you have something you want to say or share with me, my name is Gabrielle. You sure can. You can speak here and say what's in your heart. I don't mind. Just be respectful. That's all I ask of you. Also, if you would like my email, I'll give you that as well. It's Gabrielle, B as in boy, NNR6@gmail.com. I'm a motivator. I build people up. I've been doing this most of my life. I love to do it. My thing is to see you prosper If I'm strong in the area and I've been there and I've done that, I understand you. You know, if I haven't been through what you've been through, I don't understand you, but God will let me feel how you feel, and I can begin to understand you, and I'm willing to go through it with you. So with this being said, this concludes this video. I know it's going to help you. If you have anything you want to say or ask me, feel free to. I'm not a person that gets offended. I'm very mature for my age, and I'm here to help you, because it's not about me. My thing is to see you be set free, to see you have your joy back, your peace back, and love back, and especially the love for yourself and love for God first. With that being said, I love you with the love of Christ, and I look forward to hearing your testimony or your remarks and comments. Thank you, Gabrielle.